from them was they were trying to engage a bit more. I was actually seeing them active on the map because they've been so quiet.
Armory Gaming is a team that has... They're lucky in being here, but they're also unfortunate. They played their qualifier, they didn't qualify, and two of the guys on their team, they were sent into military service, as far as I've been told. And then they... because I think they went into service because they didn't qualify, so like, we don't have anything to do here. And then they end up getting the spot anyway because Divine and the Arabian 5 Stars end up not going, and like, okay, I guess we need to find two substitute players instead, but now the plane is in the sky. The circle has gone out on the eastern side this time around. I guess the Rangers will be happy with that. And Mr. James Banks, take it away.
Well, one thing straight away is Purple. We saw them come alive into it. They get a good amount of kills. Yoshi having some nice damage. Straight away, they've jumped out early. They're going to go for the top right corner to ensure that they can have a bit of a spread going on. And actually, they split it 2 and 2. The rest of the team's dropping down here, and Afrika, they're going to get their spot at the ferry pier once again.
Why is no one going into Yasnaya? I am continuously baffled by this. Nobody loots the city with probably some of the most loot in the game. I mean, there are changed loot settings here, so you will get a little more loot than what you're used to, but still, you can get looted up in Yasnaya in the matter of maybe 2 minutes for full team, get looted up. There are vehicle spawns around the city. Go there. Yeah. It's good loot, and you're sent there. Someone said you can get, especially in a circle like this. They see the circle. They see Yasnaya's free. AHQ flew right over it.
Did anyone go to it yesterday? Like
no, nobody. At no point.
I'm just trying to think. Is there a reason of like, oh, we may have seen it, and already a few pistol shots being hit off it.
What is going on?
Timon's like, please no, let's not. Does actually manage to tag him up. Timon's probably not going to survive.
3 bullets, one more bullet.
Oh no! How has he allowed
left.
this to happen? And LG, they've actually got teammates down there, just quite close to Timon, who might be able to come back him up here. Yeah, Dai's coming up. Dai's like, okay, I'm coming to save him.
DMG.
Oh, he's like, I erred so hard.
He had 15 bullets, and that pistol does not do a lot of damage. So unfortunately for him, not able to get the finish off, Timon realizes that it's an open spot. But look at this now, Sentry. We saw him play it extremely well yesterday, or earlier today as well, actually, with the SLR. Now caught in between two players from Armory Gaming. Just talking about the guys here, Ambulance, one of the replacements. And HON as well, a replacement. And now look at this as well. SSS Sunset, that they want that revenge on towards Crest Gaming. Kurat all by himself inside the warehouse. He's going to take a lot of damage towards him, and down he goes.
Very nice there from Crazy Sam. We'll be able to come in and finish him off. And sadly, there's no one there for Kurat. He's just going to be left alone, waiting it off. And
the fact that these teams fight it out this early, I can see it makes sense. If you do like Crest did in the earlier games today, where they're all together, for example here, all together, they play it smart, they make the push, but it's just so dangerous. I mean, now for Sunset, they probably knew there was only one guy landing in the warehouse. Yeah. They got some weapons extremely quickly, pushed it with just 2 guys, but instead, I mean, 1v2, it could be tricky, but you don't know what he gets in that warehouse. He could be sitting full level 2, maybe even level 3 vest, and a proper AR. You can easily win a 1v2 in those regards. Send the full team if they're all in that area anyway. Yeah. Send it or get the info. There's a guy up there. I respect they want to go for the kills because these points are important, and the easier the kills are, well, the better. But it gets dangerous too.
Now I'm loving Purple's play here, right? You're up there in the northeast corner. No one else went to contest that area. They split it up at the time. There was 2 players going to different locations. And enters here once again.
Look at how they're playing.
All together. Yeah, they're not taking this risk. They seem aware that Shox is here.
They probably saw him land out here, right? They saw him fly out here. 17 Gaming is a team that likes to land on the eastern side, or just technically in Pochinki. But they know that one guy was out here, and Shox probably could have made a run for it, but heard the vehicles come in, and now it's like, you know what, I'm just going to hide it out here. I'm going to pull a Pure Boy, and hopefully these guys won't spot me. That's the phrase now. Actually, what you can do, if you take your weapon away and you go behind the door, there's a little gas can thingy that you can stand on, like a petroleum can you can stand on. And teams, like, even they flick around, they'll see like the bottom of the can, but they'll be looking down, right, to spot the player. And because he's elevated just that little 5-10 centimeters off the ground, maybe 30 centimeters off the ground, they won't spot him. So hopefully, for the guy out there in the back, he'll be able to make it out alive.
That sounds like something you've done before, Toby. It sounds like a play you've done before.
I don't recall that. It was just a random reference. I don't know.
Go watch Toby's stream. Someone go find that out for me. I think this is the way this man's now playing PUBG.
Just hiding corners.
Oh, okay. Libro's managing to get a few.
He's taking them off, actually. They
Yeah.
drove off there. I didn't see if they were all the guys in the same US. I highly doubt it, and I don't hope so either. But look at this now. LGE, really good shots coming in. Getting the knock onto ambulance as well. Santry actually probably the one to give the info to the guys. Guys, I have 2 guys around my compound. I need help. But as you can see, DMG up there as well. He's in a good position. And Boya, really good spot. He needs to make the push here with his teammate.
Yeah, they've got to go together and be able to flush him out. He's playing it from a nice spot.
The door, they heard it, but there's still a window. He can jump out the window. Yep, and that's exactly what it does. Now he needs to get the hell out of here. He needs to get running.
Oh! Few sprays, few bits of tagging him up there. He's going to be pushed in. He needs some backup from his teammates, though. His teammates were a little bit further away, playing the long distance. Dai's made his way up, but DMG's coming in with the shots. Very nicely done there.
And they immediately know how to react. And this is, I mean, as chaotic as it seems, as much are LGE in control right now. They see damage. They know exactly where he's sitting. Now he's getting Molotoved as well with the pure green fire. It's like the Game of Thrones reference with like the green fire thingy. Isn't that like the Sea of Fire? Oh, no.
I'd love to say
never mind. But as chaotic as it seemed, they actually played it extremely well controlled, LG in this case. You got Sentry stuck in the compound. As soon as he vaults out, he has teammates on that side of the building to help him out. So as soon as he jumps, they're just spraying at the building to try and take control. But now Sentry, he's not running away from this one. Up against a UC this close without a helmet on, that's a scary fight to take.
Yeah, General Gaming pinned down. Boya, like, he is nearby, but with just a Mac 10, General Gaming is not too much he's going to be able to do here. LG know they want to go in for these kills. Already having 2, they're in a good position. And once again, it's our boys from Rangers, the Koreans.
Rotating early.
They've got all their vehicles, getting for that rotation, starting to maneuver their way around, and they're playing the circle once again to their advantage. And they got a nice bit of high ground to just scope around on here.
Sitting dead center in the circle, really, really well positioned by them. General Gaming getting the knock onto Dai. No vests. These DMRs do a ton. SMGs, I mean, sorry, do a ton of damage. Timon will be able to get the res on up here, but for Boya, he needs to do something to help him out, because I don't think General is going to last very long in here.
Yeah, Boya really needs to try and help him out. There's only so much you can do with that Mac 10. He did well to get the knock on there. A bit of a failed nade. We're not going to.
It gets tricky. Boya does get the knock onto 1, though. He pushed out, and that's going to be eliminated from the game. So even though there are only 2 guys remaining, they're making every single thing they can off of this. One guy gets spotted, gets the knock onto 1, gets the knock onto the second, and he gets the entire kill! That's 1 magazine taking out all of LGE!
They played perfectly into the hands of General Gaming.
What just happened?
He has a SMG of all weapons. Its best point is to be close range, and they give him the golden opportunity to make it work. That should just never happen.
I'm completely
it's not supposed to be allowed.
What just happened?
First team
don't push an Uzi if you don't have vests on. Now they know. Now they know.
Well, Rangers are going to be under some heavy fire. Ryu's going to be chiming away with shot after shot there. Just to make a few connect, but won't be able to take anyone out just yet. Going to revive his teammate in the meantime. But LG, they're going to be kicking themselves about what one. They had such good control. 3 of them looking to push the house. They had 1 player sat back, ready to do some damage, but it just didn't work out for him in the end there.
I'm so baffled. I'm completely speechless by the fact that they pushed into that. They know that he has an Uzi. He's sitting upstairs. None of them checked that corner. And the issue is, once you knock that first guy on the hill, ooh, easy. Down you go. LSN securing himself the kill with the AK there. But once you get that first knock on the stairs, because he's prone there, he takes up so much space, and now 61, trying to see if he can do some damage. Does get the knock onto one of the guys, but more fights about to escalate.
Yeah, this is a real good back and forth here. L-Star's already down 1 player. AG, they've only got 2 left. LG getting eliminated early on just after getting 2 kills. They look to be in control, but it just wasn't enough, and I like this. Let's get rid of that car. Let's not give him an option to back away out of it. Let's cause some damage onto it, as YDD is going to go and pick him up, and they're going to try and fall back. But Milk taking some shots, trying to make it connect. The pressure's seriously on here. But here's Entus. They've got themselves the vehicle set up once again. They're going to try and make this work. And here we go. This is the play. This is the Uzi moment. And this is just insane. None of them actually looked. Do you see how they were facing? They were all looking.
One hit. He took one hit.
They were all looking up the stairs, right? And none of them was looking straight in front of him. So he played position-wise absolutely perfect there because they're all expecting him to be round the corner or something. Instead, he's just facing them because he knows close range, I've got the upper hand here. But there's still no way he should have been able to get away with it.
That is absolutely insane. They'll be kicking themselves over that. There's no way in hell they're pushing a building like that ever again. That is for sure. Interesting to see, though, because patterns are kind of starting to fold. The only teams we see fight this early are the Japanese. I mean, Sunsister and Crest, they've been fighting both the last games, right, landing on top of each other. And then you see the guys in China kind of doing the same thing. I don't know if it's on purpose, but for example, LG forcing the fight there against Armory Gaming. But the Koreans, all we see them do early game, whether it's Ensis, whether it's Afrika, whether it's Rangers, they're rotating. Yep. They're playing those vehicles. They're driving around. They're trying to play it position-wise. It's just so interesting because it's such a clear picture to see the difference in play styles from the regions.
And it's not just the positions that they get, it's also the information, right? Because they're driving around the map, they're having an idea of where teams are playing from, and what that gives is an overall picture for them to work with. Beautiful stuff here from some of the Korean teams, but they still have to be oh so cautious here because it's the Chinese teams that are trying to play that catch-up game at the moment. Now, L-Stars, you're down a player already. Yes, you're in the lead, but you had a rough first game. You can't afford to allow that to keep happening. This will quickly turn around from having an awesome day one to a terrible day two and find yourself right down towards the middle ground of this pack.
Sitting in a good dip down here used to...
Oh, Actos again. The circle's working out from here.
I mean, they went into CS9. That's what you gotta do, right? They went into CS9.
You said it.
They liked it. I mean, they've dropped there in the past, and now they're fine. Fortunately, somebody goes there. Glad to see it. Glad to see it. Not the best city to play around when you're coming to the later stages of the game, simply because of the fact that, well, it's a big city and there are a lot of fields around. When you have to leave, it gets tricky. But now, no, a Monster Shield trying to play in some of these long-range M24. Judge is going to be you. Trying to see if he can take down the guys in Rangers.
Yeah, Rangers are just trying to avoid all the shots coming off towards them. They won't go and try and engage this fight. It just wasn't worth it at that point. But again, further information for them to play off YDD, the man who's just racking up all the damage and all the kills. He is going to finish off one of the SSS players there, which will give them a little bit of an upper hand to work with. Gets the quick bandage off, gets himself back into a better position here. They've got the vehicles for cover in the meantime as well. And L-Stars, they can still give themselves that positional advantage, start to move around. But at this point, do they want to just try and push in and try finish off SSS? Because that's a good attempt for them to get up the points at the same time.
Cienz is making their rotations on up towards Potato Hill. They are a little far out of the circle. Circle is going to start closing in just about 10 seconds. They are outside of it already, so a long southern rotation for them trying to get around the swoop in the southern side of the circle here. But not sure if it's going to pay off, because as you could see, there were some teams down and around there.
Oh no, Rangers though. They're very close to Actos. They're going to get themselves almost pincered in there because they're in between multiple teams at this point. Aerowolf, they're going to get themselves out of this one. I wondered if they were going to go and try and challenge Crest down below, but it wasn't an option.
Are they going to send it? Are they just going to pull up on SS
no.
compound? I mean, it's only Saprak in there. He needs the help from Sinvi and Crazy Sam, and it's not coming in. Now he's hiding in the corner. If Saprak can get out of this and run over towards his teammates, that's exactly what you will have to do. But this is going to be a long run in the open, and it's going to be a dangerous run because as you can see, L-Stars, they're just looking to take them out. They have already taken out one guy from SSS up there. So it's going to be a dangerous push across if that's what he tends to do.
He's making sure he pops that energy drink. He's like, okay, now it's time. I'm going to have to get my move on. I got to be very cautious here. 17 playing on the edge of the circle. They're Entus. They've taken the long way around, but they're confident with it once again. Now, honestly, I think Entus have been south,
super smart,
east, north, and now they've come all the way back round, and they're going to be on the west side. They know what's going on. They found themselves something they can be more comfortable in, and they know how they want to try and outplay the other teams here.
And again, if you want to do these long outside in the blue rotations, you have to do them in the early stages of the game. You need to make those plays when the circles don't tank your HP down too much, because the time you spend on these rotations is time that you probably haven't spent looting, right? So, not that I'm saying you should be looting in Circle 3, by the way, but you won't have that many mets to work with, necessarily, so, and it doesn't take you that hard. I mean, you can make these rotations early on, and they get themselves over in a good spot. Now, if they do get hard shifted away from again, either you can say, you know, we'll tank a little more and go in the blue again, because they just made a long-range rotation, and now we do see the guys in Afrika trying to see if they can do some more this game than what panned out last game.
Well, it's actually RRQ and Afrika who have got 17 kind of pinned down. 17 may have a bit of a high ground advantage here, but it's shots coming in from both sides. Shox has taken some further damage as well. Sho was one of the players that got knocked, but he's been revived. And they've just got to be very cautious here because you're right in the middle of it all. And they're right on the edge of the circle as well. And look at it move once again in favor of Actos, who are looking so strong. Rangers are in there as well. Purple, though, coming down from the north, looking to try and fight their way back into this at the same time. This is a very interesting, and the Freaker, they know it's like getting these vehicles, we got to get moving because this circle is very unforgiving right now with 40 seconds in phase 4 left.
Now you see Ensis making the rotation on the northern side. Actually kind of surprising to me because they're moving into uncharted territory, at least for their team. Had they just gone back south where they came from, they know that the entire path was somewhat clear. Now Sapray trying to hold off all these rotations coming in. It's going to be Airwolf trying to take the dips down on the southern side there, but they're getting picked apart. Sure as well, taking a lot of fire, but it's right now it's Airwolf. A lot of fire coming in that vehicle. It's not going to last them long.
Wow, they're trying to duck and dive around it all. It's not going to happen just yet. Godly is going to be the first one knocked down. Is there anything else that he'll be able to do? Crazy Sam, he's in there just tapping away through the smoke. He knows he wants to make it work. RDK's in there as well to take down AHQ's K3. Lots of kills happening all at once. This is the big rotation. This is where we're going to start to see a couple more teams potentially get eliminated here. AW, somehow, some way, they're managing to stay alive with so many bullets hurtling towards them.
See, Rockenhelm, he's spotted out the guys that freaking freaks. There are 3 guys in this vehicle. This is a dangerous fight to take all by yourself. Explodes the vehicle. No knocks coming in, though. They did manage to get away. Now nades are raining on in as well. Should maybe have been thrown a little earlier, but does manage to get the knock onto Rota. More nades coming in. Roa taken down as well. Just one player remaining now. RDK all by himself. Shots fired left, right, and center.
Styles got to be able to change this up, though. It's just him and Jaden left. The revives are coming in. They've managed to keep themselves up and running. We've still got 14 teams, but that was a chaotic few seconds there across the entire map. Fights were going down across the board. Purple still on! But just as we say it, the nade comes in. The bite goes boom, and Rangers are the ones to deal all the damage there. Yoshi, he's like, come on, please. I want to stay up in this. I want to have a chance. And Rangers, they can see exactly what's going on. 17's taken into the action as well. The spray comes in. Absolutely brilliant from 067Q. He manages to eliminate Rex as well. And this is where it is all starting to pop off, because it is just action in every single corner of the map. And Suck, he's not done yet. He's not over and done with. He wants to get involved in this action, and it's all up to Purple on how they want to try and play this. They want to just give themselves that little peaking advantage here, but it's Rangers who are now, all 3 of them, jumping around together. They just want to find that one operation, and here we go. He found the first. He knows exactly where he is. Going to go and fire off the shots here. Just wants them to make one small mistake. In the meantime, though, Afrika, they're still getting the work done. They want to be able to take down Aerowolf there. A few more teams potentially on the cusp of elimination here.
See, this fight is kind of stalled out a little. They're both on the edge of the circle. New circle could potentially force them to go very far away. Rangers have vehicles available. Not sure if the other guys do. Sun Sister have pushed over and across towards L-Stars. They were fighting them last game as well. Didn't pan out for them at all. But this time around could just do so. They're only 2 players up on their feet, though. Sinvi and Crazy Sam have to hold off the entirety of the Chinese super team.
Some of the Afrika players. And then the nades out down towards them as well. L-Stars once again in a really dire situation. YDD is not. Aldo coming in, but he will be getting his spray off there, managing to do a nice bit of damage. Can he get any more done? He's just got one more player to find. It's Crazy Sam close by. The nade goes out. Aldo has to be very careful here. Shots coming off, and L-Stars playing it so well, do manage to try and get it done, but Crazy Sam will be the one to eliminate them, fighting back, and Crazy Sam, pivotal play, pivotal position. That man has hung back for so long, and it's paid off for him.
2v3, and the Japanese show that they are a team to be reckoned with. Really good job by them. Ranta now on the roof once again. Actors sitting really well in it, in the circle. They are not afraid to take a fight, but as you can see, multiple teams shooting up towards them. They will be inside the next circle, but we do not know how long these yellow houses will grant them the cover. But look at this, we got 4 teams inside the circle and a solid 7 teams that have to make their way in, and there's no hard cover available.
Yeah, this is where it's starting to get a little bit dicey. L-Stars, they have been eliminated once again. They're just not being able to kind of have the same sort of pressure they had on day 1 here just yet. It's really difficult across these games to keep that momentum going across the borders. Enters here once again, chiming off so many shots. Purple, they are taking hits across the board. Rangers are in the fray as well. And Enters, They've exploded into these fights, and they've really put the pressure on. Suck is knocked, and Babo, he's just there trying to find his way back in, throws the smokes down. Entus have got some cover in there as well, and it's Actos who come in to try and play a bit of the cleanup here.
See, Juanita, he wants to get these third-party kills. That's what they did so well yesterday. Now they're trying to take out Baba while he's getting the rest game going. Not going to happen. Well, there you go. Actually, it doesn't. It's going to be Hulk with the knock-on towards Babo. Just one player left alive for OP Gaming Rangers. It's going to be a hard push from the eye inside the circle, and they do have a bit of cover to work with, but it's going to be very tricky for them to stay alive.
Entus and Actos, once again, it's their position that has been so crucial in helping them get this far, helping them get it done. That smoke was beautiful cover put down by Entus to give them what they needed to stay involved in that fight to a degree, but not overcommit to a point where they start to take too much fire. Kongwu, though, he wants to get involved in this, fires off a few shots, he's spraying them away at the moment. Can't quite land them, he's getting very unlucky with these shots here. Aim's not quite on point, but he's got the vehicle cover at least for now.
You've seen the backside of him. The guys from 17 Gaming are starting to make their way inside the circle as well. It's going to be tough for them if they don't get some of these knocks down quickly, because they will need to focus on what's happening on the edge of the circle at some point soon. I like Ensus Force. They're kind of going with the uniform look. No pants, white shirts. That's
No pants, white shirts.
They're all the same outfit. I kind of like that. It's kind of funny. But also, if another enemy team knows what they're looking like and they end up in the top of the leaderboard, they know who to shoot at, right? Now, Crest Gaming will go down. Areas unfortunately taken out there by the guys. Oh, winner. Not sure you're going to be at the top of this one if he does mention land that headshot, but no shots fired.
8 teams remaining. Aerowolf. Once again, they're still in the fray. They're still here to mix things up. Just 2 players left for them. They've got 2 kills already, but they're getting closer now to these positions that we've not seen them in as of yesterday.
Yeah, they're completely pinned inside these 2 other teams, AHQ and the guys in Nova, Monster Shield, sitting on each their side. Of course, you do have the Road kind of holding one team off, but now Shocks all by himself. Last remaining player, finally.
Same
we
again
see a little bit of snaking.
Yeah, same again for Shocks, though. He's always the one, right? Like, everyone else from 17 goes, and Shocks is like, okay, boys, it's up to me again.
I got this.
I got to try and make this happen. And the good thing is here, though, there's not too much being given to him at the moment in terms of a fight. He's obviously prone, he's hidden away, he's not in the position away at this point. Entus, again, trying to fire onto Actors.
Oh, that's a good nade. Unfortunately, that's taken down. Winner will get the knock on towards Avakan, though. Now they do have one more player to deal with in RDK. And, of course, the guys in Nova heard all these shots fired. Nova actually in a really good spot out there on the eastern side of the road. They have plenty of room to work with, and their only real threat is Rangers. Winner, though, will get the finish off as Rangers try and hold off their countrymen in Ensus Force on the northern side.
The play from the Koreans today seems so much better.
They're on point.
Yesterday they were up there, right? It's not like we're not throwing shade on them in any way. They played well. But today, things have changed. These teams have come to play. They're bringing their A game right now. And Actos, once again, they're the team that are looking, hey, look, we've had good circles. We're playing it well. We're now trying to engage in some of these fights. We whittle down to the last 18, but it's Rangers Babo. They're trying to get in there and get some additional kills, despite already having one man taken out of the equation for the team. Rangers are the ones that want to be able to do further damage, putting the pressure on massively now onto the Nova team. Can he get anything else finished off? Continues to take the shots. They're all coming his way, and that's brilliant. Perfectly played. Pixel perfect. Can he get the finish? Continues to fire off the shots. Yak's fighting in the blue. He doesn't even care. He's then going to get knocked.
He's committing. I'm going to die anyway. Let me at least kill something, but not going to happen.
He's like, I will spend this ammo. I will make it work. I like just continuing to fire through it all.
Almost ends out, but not quite so. In the end, Yak does go down to the blue as well. Now, SSS trying to make their full-on YOLO play across the field here. They know their position was not to be played from, but now they're running from one fight straight into another. LSN all by himself up against the entirety of the Rangers. But look at this, Son Yang on the eastern side, on northern side, could make a push, but not going to happen. Juanita already there. And maybe, just maybe, these guys in Actus can go back-to-back victories.
And this was very unlucky there for Entus. They had such good circle control. They looked like to be in a nice position. And then when they started to start to move, they went down on a man. Now they're eliminated out of it. The Rangers players, they've taken a lot of damage onto LSN there. He is the sole survivor trying to make it work. Nova's in a similar situation as well.
And once again, it is a double Korean team in the top 5. Last time it was 3, but not quite so this time around. Ensus did get taken out just before. AHQ, though, this is the first time they've made it this far as well.
This is the solo Nova player. Hulk knows exactly where he is. They've got this on top of the roof play, the confident style coming out. Rangers are still firing off, and Nova will be eliminated. 5th place is all they managed to secure. We've got our top 4. AHQ are in it as well. How long have we waited to say that for, Toby?
Yeah, exactly. SSS, the same thing. Such a stellar team, but have not had things going for them. Now it's all up to LSN by himself to do something. And this circle, fortunately, goes towards him, but even more so, goes right up towards the winners of the last game in Actus Red.
Actors does have to be careful, though. They're so up high at the moment. Their position's certainly known. They've got a lot of control, but it's Rangers who are trying to creep round and come in a little bit closer to be a bit more of a nuisance to them all. And I like this now. We've changed up a bit for Actos, splitting up Star-Lord again. Look, further away than everyone else. But they've got to be so careful of SSS. LSN's been just sat there chilling prone this entire time. He's made it to top 4. He's made it to some distance of points, but now has he been spotted out?
Yeah, you can see Starlord has a pretty good indication he's down there. Probably saw the helmet there as well. Yep, he'll see him bob around over there on the other side of the road. Rangers, though, have to deal with them first, and we know these solo players can be such a deadly force towards these teams trying to make it into the game with a lot of people alive. Rangers, still 3 guys on their feet, will have to push through LSN, and now AHQ trying to do something to get some room to work with. Gets a good headshot in, but there's still a long way to go to the circle.
It's all well and good getting a couple of headshots on point, but they need a lot more than that, AHQ, because as soon as they took their first shots, the rest of Actos turned around, and now they will eliminate them. 4th place is what HQ will go down with. A good placement for them, though. It's been a quiet overall couple of days for them. But Actos, once again, they're feeling it, they're ready for it. And Rangers will be the team that finish off LSN. Now we're down to both Korean teams remaining. It's a 4v3, and Rangers, this isn't impossible for them to do, but look at the positions here from Actos. Star-Lord's working his way around. The huge nade comes off there.
They need to suck to bring out one more of those games he did yesterday with 9 kills in the very first game of the day. And Crazy Fragger and him. And we'll have to see if he can deliver in this 3 versus 4 there. On each side of the road, we have the dead man space up on the middle of things. But let's see where the circle goes. It actually, once again, dead center in the middle. Next circle, one pretty much could showcase if it goes to either side or the other, will be determine the winner.
I love Babo's awareness, though, right? He knows what Star-Lord can do. Occasionally, these teams have played each other so many times right across their regular seasons in their own region. They know the kind of game style that will be coming in, so it's a bit of mind games at the same time. And Star-Lord knows that he's kind of got that peeker's advantage. And now we're going to see it again. We're going for this rooftop play. We're going to go get ourselves some more high ground advantage in it. Rangers, though, they've racked up 9 kills. Imagine getting 9 kills and the win here at the same time. They've really got to try and just pick one player of Actors off here and try and give themselves a further advantage to work with.
Now, the new circle does go over primarily, you can say mostly towards the eastern side, but there are a bit of the western reds remaining. If they have any nades remaining, wait for that circle to pin all the way in, and that's when you throw your Molotovs. That's when you throw your nades, because if you cannot see them, they are in that little dip on the other side by that time, because these circles are hurting so much, you do not want to be out in the blue. But it looks like they're actually going to, are they pushing? Oh, no. Not yet, at least.
I'm about to say, do they really want to do it? Because Rangers have got the advantage in terms of spacing here. It's going to force Actos to either get close to the road or come out of side of the dips. Few shots being fired off there. Can't quite make it connect just yet. Looking for some sort of an option. The grenades get thrown down. It's smokes galore. They're trying to bring some coverage up as well. Star-Lord still playing around towards the left-hand side. He wants to keep them guessing. He wants to keep applying the pressure. And certainly it's keeping Babo very busy at the moment, which is splitting Rangers up, which they can't really afford to do. They don't have the positions. Actors are going in for the push. The first shots come in. Hulk's going to get done. Babo does reply. 10 kills coming out for OP Rangers. It's really true back and forth right now. Hulk's still up. He's got his teammate with him. There's a lot of damage being done. Suck is so low, though. He needs to be able to get this done. The smoke's there. He's trying to get the heal in. Hulk narrowly misses the shots there. Comes in with a reload. He's got to play this so cautiously. He's looking for it, but can't quite see him. Look at the smoke coverage. Hulk proned as well. They're looking for it. Just 1 second, and there it is. Hulk finds one, looks in for the second. Mining's going to get it done. Hulk, it's all up to him, though. 1 versus 1. Who's going to see who first? Babo got 38 health. Hulk on 77. 3 kills on Hulk. He's been a machine, but Babu's up on 6, and it happens. It comes underway, and Actos Stars Red go for back-to-back victories to start day 2.
That is absolutely insane. We have played a total of 7 games at this point, and the guys in Actus and the guys in Luminous Stars have 6 of those wins.